This will be a very quick tutorial on how to set up any Xiaomi devices that are China ROM. So first is we got the language selection, so we select English. Next is we will skip this choose network first, then text size next, terms and condition next or agree. Basic settings, make sure to turn everything off as we don't need any of these services. Location, you can just manually turn it on or off. Next, extension services, turn everything off again, as we do not use all of these services outside China, so we can turn everything off. Agree. Use as new device first, then you can set your lock screen or skip that first. Mobile operator agreement, agree. Then you can select either gestures or buttons. Then the layout, then we're set to go. So first things first is we move to the second screen. Then we need to select almost all of these apps. So what do we need to select? So we need to select Mi Video, Mi Fitness, Music, all of the apps with Chinese words, AMAP, services and feedback. Next, all of these apps inside this folder, and finally all of these apps inside this folder. Then on page 1, select games, Xiaomi Hyper OS AI something, Mi Store, Xiaomi Home if you don't have any Xiaomi devices on your smart home, then Mi Roaming, Mi Community, Mail, the Chinese apps, then Wallet. After that, press the delete button, uninstall, okay, then press done. After that, long hold the back screen wallpaper, select the options, go to more, app vault, turn it off, swipe up on the home screen, select none, swipe down on the home screen, select notification, shade and control center. Also, on home screen search, turn off this one. Next is to connect your house Wi-Fi. After connecting it to your house Wi-Fi, first things first, go to Get Apps, just select Agree. Next is go to Search, just press Agree. Then press this one to turn your keyboard to English. Then type Google Play until Google Play Store appears. Press Update. Then while Google Play Store is updating, go back to your home screen. For the browser, long hold it, press App Info. Next, for the notifications, make sure to turn it off. Then for the power, select to restrict background apps. Select OK. Go back. Then move this browser to any random folder you want, since we don't need that. So we're just gonna hide it on the tools folder, so that we won't be able to see that browser app, since that app cannot be deleted. Now let's go to settings, go to apps, then we can delete this one, Baidu IME for Xiaomi, since it's a Chinese keyboard. Next, content center. Next to that, iFlyTech IME for Xiaomi, delete that since it's a Chinese keyboard. Mi AI speech engine, delete that. Mi Doc Viewer, also delete that. Mi Drive, also delete. Mi Wallpaper Carousel, also delete. Uninstall. Then that's all for the apps here on the settings. Also, long hold power button until this one appears, press X. After updating Google Play Store, it should automatically appear here on your home screen. So press that, sign in, then sign in to your Google account. So after signing in, you can, whether you want to back up your device later or not, so I prefer not, press accept. Then here, not now, go here on the top right of your screen, press your profile, apps and games. Then for the updates, open that to check for any updates. There's no updates. So once there's no updates, you can now proceed to search. Now, first things first, type Gboard. So this is Google Keyboard. So search that one. Install. Next, type Google. Then download Google Chrome for your browser. Google Maps for the maps. Then you can select any other Google apps that you're using. But for now, I am installing all of the essentials. Next is Gmail. Then we can also download YouTube. So after pressing install on everything, the reason why that I opened the recent updates earlier, it's because sometimes there will be updates on, I think it's Android Web View or any other apps that you need to update first before you install Google Apps. So it is essential for you to check whether there are any updates or not. So if there's any updates, automatically update everything that you see on the list. But if there's none, you can proceed to installing all of the Google apps that I just installed. Now after installing Gboard, so first open Gboard. Next, enable in settings, press that. Secure keyboard, I turned that off. Next, manage keyboards, make sure to turn Gboard on. Sogo IMA for Xiaomi, turn it off. Then automatically your keyboard will be Google. So Gboard also hide it on a random folder so you won't be able to see it. So I just hide it on tools. Next is Google Chrome. So I will move it to the bottom. Then for all of the apps that you want to run on the background all the time, whether or not it is draining battery for the sake of receiving notifications, so such as Gmail or Maps. So first, let's go to Google Maps. So long hold the app icon, press App Info. Next, go to Power. Here on Power, select No Restrictions. Next, Auto Start, turn it on. Next, Notification, turn that on. So that's the only steps that you need to do for the app to be running on your background 24/7 for you to be able to receive notifications, as China ROM is very sensitive when it comes to apps that are consuming battery, whether or not they are essential apps or not in terms of receiving notifications. So let's also do that on Gmail. Long hold the app info, power, no restrictions, auto start, turn on, notification, turn on. So that's the only steps that you need to take for your phone to be able to receive notifications 24/7, whether or not the app is open on your background or not. Next, for the browser, let's go to settings. Next, apps. Then here on the top right, the three dots, press that, select other settings, turn off notify about updates and recommendation. Then default apps, go to browser, select Chrome. If you set a third-party app, just select OK. Then finally, you are good to go. So these are the only essential steps for you to be able to set up your China ROM device. As you can see here, we have Google Chrome. Then our keyboard, as you can see, is also Google Keyboard. So basically, the essentials here are already installed and done. Then now, after doing all of this process, you can now go to Google Play Store and install any other apps that you want or need. So that's it for this video, and I hope you are able to follow along. So if the video is too quick, you can just replay and replay. And yeah, thank you for watching.